Today the kids and I are going to be making edible eggs Hatchimal-style. Are you guys excited?
Yeah!
Alright, the first thing we need to do is we need to melt our white candy melts. I'm going to melt the candy melts at half power in 30-second intervals, and then we'll stir in between each time so they don't burn. Alright, so we have our melted candy melts here, and I'm just filling the shells with it. And the best way to do this is just pour it in with your spoon and then take the back of your spoon and smooth it out. You want to make sure that you cover everything with a nice, thick, even coat. And if you see any thin spots, go ahead and fill those back in. They should look like that. Alright, and then you just go ahead and sit it in your little muffin tins here so they don't roll away. And then I'm going to go ahead and put them in the freezer for just a few minutes so that they can harden up before we take them out. Okay, after about a minute or two, go ahead and check on your eggs. You may notice that some of them, the candy melts will start to collect in the bottom. So just grab your spoon and kind of pull some of the excess up on the sides to reinforce them. You may have to add a little extra. That one got kind of thin there. I would say a good rule of thumb is if you can see the color through the candy melt, make it thicker. That looks good. And now I'm going to pop them back in the freezer. This time we'll leave them in there for probably at least 3 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. Alright, so now we're taking our eggs out of the freezer for the last time. And, let's see, just make sure they seem firm, and these ones do. Okay, so just like a regular Hatchimal, you might have to warm them up just a little bit with your hands. And then just take like a metal spatula or something and run it around the edges of the outside to remove any excess candy melts, because that will hold them in. Okay, and then what I found was the easiest way, at least for me, was most plastic Easter eggs have these little holes on the tops and bottoms. And basically what you're trying to do is break the section inside to get the egg out. So if you just poke right there, then you'll break the section and the egg will come out really easy. And yeah, it's way easier. So just keep doing that. Alright, so I've got my little egg here. And I'm going to go ahead and dip one side into the candy melt. And then if you want to, you can drop your little Hatchimal or whatever little toy or candy that you're using inside. You get a little more on the other side. And then you just want to line them up as best as you can. And then I would just take your finger and run it around the edge and kind of smooth out the seam. I would just go ahead and you can either set it in one of these if you have one, or you could use your muffin tin and just set it in there too. Alright, we're going to let that dry and then we'll decorate them. I've got my egg here. I've got a couple colors of candy melts. I melted them the same way as I did the white candy melt. You could use any colors you want and a toothbrush. Now, a clean toothbrush is the most important part. So I'm going to take my toothbrush and just dip it in here. And dot around the egg just to kind of give it that Hatchimal look. Do this however you want. Over here, get some orange. And that's it. You just keep decorating until you're done. Alright, now that you're all done decorating your eggs, you're ready for the hatching fun to begin. You guys want to hatch your eggs?
Yeah.
Okay. What's in your egg?
M&M's.
M&M's. This one has a cute little Hatchimal in it. Look at that. Is it tasty, guys? Yes. See, should we crack this one open?